Peace, everyone. This is Phoenix Black. This is the second video for the Black and Hypothyroid series, part 2. What I really wanted to get in with this video, I just wanted to get to the meat of it, and this is like one of the primary reasons I just, decided to, just start really making videos, is because, I am obviously Black, and I've struggled with hypothyroidism. And one of the I feel personally that one of the main reasons that people do struggle with obesity is hormone related, which is, when you have hypothyroidism and you have a sluggish or slow thyroid, that is a hormonal issue, but that issue can also cause you to gain weight more easily and even lead to obesity, which that's what has happened with me down through the years. The thing is with hypothyroidism, it makes, it controls your body temperature for one thing. So whenever your body temperature is out of whack, and it also controls your metabolism. So when your thyroid is out of whack, just know that your metabolism is going to be out of whack as well. Not only that, but when you have hypothyroidism, again, it's all part of the endocrine system. So your whole hormonal system is typically out of whack. So a lot of, again, as I said in the last video, if you have thyroid problems, you may have adrenal issues, you may have reproductive issues. It just affects anything dealing with hormones is going to be affected. And it's not everything revolves around the thyroid, but it's just all interconnected together. So whenever, again, one hormone issue is usually indicative of other hormonal issues as well. But what I really want to talk about this video is weight. Again, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism in 2004. The very first medication I started taking for it was Synthroid. Yeah, Synthroid. And at that time, I was also taking an appetite suppressant too, a prescription appetite suppressant, because I was like, actually bigger than what I am now. And, I dropped weight, and mind you, I think I was like 24, 25 at that time. And, I was dropping weight like crazy. I went from the size 26 to a size 8 probably within the course of a year. And that's just, because once my body started responding to the exercise I was doing again, and my metabolism was, my metabolism was back to normal and had been regulated, I was able to lose weight like that. And then 2 years later, I got pregnant, had my youngest daughter. Of course, I had baby weight to lose. It took me a while to lose that weight. Well, it took me a little bit longer. After I had her, it took me like a year to lose weight after I had her, which is kind of typical whenever you have a baby. It takes like they say 9 months on the way up, 9 months on the way down. It took me a year in my case to lose the baby weight. But then, thinking back and I'm thinking back to 2010, that's when I started to gain weight back. I lost most of my weight by 2008, a year after she was born. But I started gradually gaining weight back in 2010. It seemed like from 2010 up until, I would say, even recently as this year, I've struggled, I've gradually put more and more weight back on to the point I was obese, to the point where, I just started, it was like, I was almost back to the weight. No, even actually more. Gained more weight than what I was when I was first initially diagnosed. And, I've went through periods of time where I would like exercise like crazy and lose like maybe, I would exercise like crazy and lose maybe like 5, 10, 15. I think the most I ever lost at the time was 25 pounds, but it was like, I was, I just couldn't really tell I was losing. And then like, I would look at something and look at a pizza and then gain back 5 pounds or something crazy. Plus, I struggled with fluid retention quite a bit. And there was this, I had, even at my periods, I would, retain water like nobody's business. My hair wasn't in the greatest condition for a while. I recall that as well. My hair was like, I think up until I got Synthroid the first time, my hair was just like breaking off and I couldn't retain length. After, it was funny because like from the time I was, for as long as I can remember, I've always had long hair. But then I got my hair colored and it broke off. And then like after that, it seems like my hair never bounced back. It took probably like 8 years once I finally got back on finally got on thyroid medication for my hair to snap back and start growing again. And from there, and I've had other periods of time where my hair would kind of break off. I mean, for the most part, it's retained its length, even with me going natural, everything else. So I feel like it's healthier now. But as far as the weight, that's something when you have hypothyroidism, a lot of people struggle with. And the thing is, when you have a hypothyroidism and it's affecting your metabolism and your weight, the typical calories in, calories out, or if take in less calories and exercise more, that paradigm no longer works for you. Well, that in of itself is not going to work for you when you have hypothyroidism, and it's sad. It's humiliating because a lot of people don't understand that and they're not sympathetic towards it. People often will judge you and say that you're lazy or you're just using it as an excuse not to do anything and those type of things. Even especially doctors. Doctors can be the worst about that. So, oh, you're just not exercising enough. You need to move more. You have pork over. What is it? I forget what they call it, but or you need to just push away from the table more and things like that, as if you're not trying to eat healthy. And mind you, for me personally, when I was able to lose weight successfully, I lost probably 80 to 100 pounds, 80 to over 100 pounds twice since I've been diagnosed with hypothyroid. But I was also a lot younger as well. And, I know how to eat right. I knew the correct exercises to do. And, that that traditionally would have worked. But in 2010 on forward, 2010, I think that's when I turned 30. I know I was going through a stressful time during that period as well, and I suspect that's probably what threw me into really just not being able to lose weight, because I think I didn't realize at that time how much stress, because whenever you already have a thyroid issue and you're dealing with a stressful period in your life, it makes it even harder to lose weight because, of course, as some of you may already know, whenever you're stressed out, your body releases another hormone called cortisol, and whenever that's released, it makes it even harder for you to lose weight, which, again, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. Feel free to look up more information on that, but anytime you're stressed out, just know it makes it harder for your body to lose weight. But that being said, again, just, the typical eat less, exercise more paradigm was not working for me. And it's just here recently that I've really this year I made it a point, I just made a point, especially with my class reunion coming up this year too. I have a 20-year class reunion around the corner. And I was like, you know what? I want to lose weight. No, I'm not going to be Beyonce or Janet Jackson by the time of this reunion, but I want to lose, feel more confident, lose some weight before this class reunion. But, what can I do? And I just started reading a bunch of books about obesity. Like I'm a Kindle Audible addict. I was, just reading every book I could about obesity, every book I could about thyroid, and also even watching medical and health documentaries like crazy, trying to figure out why can I not lose this weight. And really, what was the catalyst for me was watching Dr. Isabella Wentz. She's a pharmacist, and she's also a thyroid specialist, and she's written 2 books. And before her, I never knew what functional medicine was or what a functional medicine doctor was. And basically, basically a functional medicine doctor, a naturopathic doctor, a professional, those terms are kind of used interchangeably. So when you hear someone say a functional medicine professional, just know that they're talking about a naturopathic professional or a holistic professional, basically. But she has a wonderful, highly informative docu-series called The Thyroid Secret. Well, when I started watching her docu-series, The Thyroid Secret, I even bought it because it was just it was a game changer for me. I learned that, there's, I haven't explored all these avenues where she's talking about. I need to dig a little deeper and see what I can do, because at this time I was, I just got a new job. Around the time I got a new job, my insurance hadn't quite kicked in yet, and my thyroid prescriptions were out. So within the course of 2 months before I got back my thyroid medication, I had gained 30 pounds. That's how much an untreated thyroid condition or untreated hypothyroidism can impact your weight and your metabolism. I gained 30 pounds in 2 months. And mind you, I was going to the gym. I was trying to do all the things I read about that I could do naturally, like eat more coconut oil or some crap like that to help your thyroid, and it was not working. I was like gaining weight like crazy, and I was watching how I was eating and everything. Yeah, 30 pounds in 2 months, and you're not, I can't even tell you the last time I touched a pizza. I'm not even a junk food eater or anything like that. But yeah, just if that gives you any idea of what it can do like when your thyroid's untreated. As soon as I got back on the medication, of course the pounds started dropping. I lost like 24 of it within the first month. And mind you, during this time, I'm also like getting more information, reading, watching docuseries, listening to all these authorities on thyroid conditions, autoimmune conditions, and so forth. And one thing that really stuck out to me was what I was learning about sleep and stress. And me being a night owl, I've always underestimated how much sleep really means because, like, mind you, a couple of years ago, I was like going to school full time, I was working full time, a full time parent, of course, and everything else. So I was like, what's sleep? Really? I used to say, and I used to be the first to say, sleep. Sorry to say that, but yeah, I was one of those people. I just realized how important getting sleep and managing stress actually is. And stress is really hard to manage. I know myself, I'm a single mom, and some of the stuff that you go through a lot. I mean, financially trying to manage a household on your own, doing something that really two people should be doing. It's a lot. It can be really stressful. But I've really looked into ways and holistic things, treatments and stuff that I can do to reduce my stress level. And it's definitely a work in progress, but I have made significant progress, which is what is really important. As far as trying to get to bed on time, improving my sleep quality, and I'm seeing that it's actually paying off. My metabolism is responding better, and I'm actually losing weight now simply because I'm learning things that I can do to get my body back on track to get regulated. And what's so great about it as well, since I've been doing that, other things that I've had going on in my body are starting to correct themselves as well. So again, it's not just your thyroid, which is right here. So, if you were to, it looks like a bow tie, right? It's right where a bow tie would be, the shape of a bow tie, basically. So, but yeah, since I've been, trying to do more to treat my body as a whole, not just the thyroid alone, but I do take thyroid medication. But since I've been trying to really just treat my body as a whole, not just focus solely on thyroid, and once again, trying to improve my sleep quality, turning off the lights and basically taking my ass to bed. I'm feeling a lot better. I have so much more energy. In the future video, I will get off into supplements more, but I'm trying my best to keep these videos somewhat. I want to be informative, to keep it brief as possible, so I don't bore you to death about it. But yeah, I just wanted to share this about the weight gain issue, because that's a very big piece of hypothyroidism. Not everyone has weight gain with hypothyroidism, but it's a pretty prevalent symptom with it. And it's just, let me share this. I read this in a podcast. Well, I heard this in a podcast recently. So just remember, when it comes to weight gain, because again, the simple, eat less, exercise more paradigm, that's not always the case. And I would go to bat with anyone about that, simply because I've read several books about obesity that say that obesity isn't simply just a calories in, calories out issue. It's more to it than just that. There's a lot of underlying causes that may be contributing to obesity. It can be, as I read in one book, multifactorial. I really like that word, because usually obesity, it's not just one thing. It can be several things combined to just create the perfect storm that makes it easy for you to put on weight and not lose it. But let me just read this quote pretty quickly here. And this is from Sean Stevenson. If you're not familiar with who he is, he has a book called Sleep Smarter. He also has a great podcast called The Model Health Show. He also has a YouTube channel with it, which has the podcast as the video stream of that as well. But let me just read what he said recently. And this is a short but sweet quote. It says, "You can overeat, overstress, undersleep, undermove your way to get your way to fat. So basically, you know, you can not move enough, you can overeat, you can overstress, and undersleep your way to fat. And that's, you know, I guess I'm just going to leave with that just so you can keep that in mind. And we'll talk about it more in the future. But yeah, those are definitely, I can relate to that wholeheartedly. That's just in a nutshell everything I've been saying the past 15 minutes. But I'm going to let you go now because this video is long enough. I'll come back in another video and we'll get into this more. Okay, peace.